Hey guys, what's up? Mike Locke here. Hope all is well with everyone out there. I want to talk about the value of a web designer and whether or not a web designer is still valuable or still needed in today's market when there are many different free and cheap services available for people to produce websites or for small business owners to get their websites done. For example, there are services out there where you can pay like $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month, and easily get a domain name and get your website hosted and choose a template and get your website up in minutes, right? There are tons of different services like that out in the market. And this is a very good question. Someone asked me this not too long ago, and this is a great question because I actually had the same question when I first started out, and I had these same concerns. But there are a couple ways that we can answer this. First thing is Seth Godin, a very popular internet marketer, talks about this, and he in a few of his talks, and he talks about how people generally will buy or pay for certain things because of the experience and not necessarily the product, the end result. So an example would be people buy, spend lots of money on Starbucks coffee, not necessarily for the coffee or the taste. In some cases they do, but generally speaking, they pay for the overall experience they get when they visit Starbucks, like the music that they get when they go into Starbucks, the Wi-Fi, or being able to sit in the in a nice restaurant and speak to really nice people, etc. Or cool people. Like Nikes, paying for shoes. If someone actually just wanted shoes, you can get shoes for like $15 at like a sporting goods store. You would never have to buy shoes for $150, like LeBron James basketball shoes. So someone who would buy LeBron James basketball shoes, not necessarily buying those shoes just to have a piece of leather on their feet. They're paying for the experience of having LeBron James name on their shoe. Same with designer glasses. Never a need to pay $350 for designer glasses when you can buy them for $5. You pay for the experience you get in wearing name brand products. Okay, so that's the first thing. So people will always pay for the experience, meaning that when there are free services out there on the internet, there are people that will always pay to have the experience of being able to talk to you one-on-one, being able to call you up, or being able to have you meet with them at a Starbucks and discuss their website project in person. So you always have that. The other thing is, I did this little graph. This is a pie chart, and this little blue section of the pie chart is basically the market of people that you would call do-it-yourselfers. So if you look at this is your market, this is your web design market, this is the market of people that you could potentially reach. In this blue section are the people who are the do-it-yourselfers, who would never buy from you. These are the people who would spend the $4.99 a month or go to GoDaddy and actually purchase a template and fix their websites up by themselves. So what you want to keep in mind is that you never want to go after these people anyway. Your target audience is in the white space here. So those people, those products have a market of people that will generally buy from them or use those products. You as a freelance web designer or a web designer will never or should never focus on those people. It's like a car auto body shop. They're there to fix, to service cars, to do oil changes and stuff like that for cars. But there's always a small percentage of people, like in this blue section, that's going to do their own oil changes on their cars that would never actually pay to $19 or $30 to actually get an oil change on their car. They'll just rather do it themselves. So in every market, there's going to be a little blue section like this of do-it-yourselfers, I would call them. You as a web designer should just understand that, accept that, encourage people to go that route in some cases, and next thing you know, they're going to end up coming back to you when they find out that those services aren't really customizable or fully, you know, I guess capable of providing everything that they need. So that's how I would answer that. You know, I get a lot of people that are very, I guess I would say, cheap, or don't have the budget to spend for a customized website. So I send them that way. I encourage people to go and spend the $14.99 a month and build their site. And when they're ready, when they want something a little bit more custom, they end up coming back to me, and I tell them, you know, come back to me when you're ready, and you're ready to customize your website and improve your website and sort of build it for long-term growth. And they end up coming back to me. So that's how I would answer the question on whether or not web designers are still valuable or still needed in a market when there are these free and cheap services out on the internet or out in the market. All right, hopefully this was helpful. You learned a little bit from it. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, mlock@mlwebco.com, and we'll talk soon. I hope you like my little graph. I have more of these in other videos. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye.